Welcome back to Dead Man Daisy's Kanji Study Sessions. We got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N3 list. I'll be writing each of these down to memorize them, and as I do so, I'll say the word out loud a bunch of times. We only have one new kanji today, and if we do have a new kanji, I'll go over the kanji itself and the radicals within each kanji. Head on over to gshow.org. That's JISHO.org. If you need help writing kanji for the first time, let's get started. Our first word for the night is sokuri. Sokuri is altogether, entirely, exactly like, or just like. Sokuri. Sokuri. Altogether or just like. Sokuri. Sokuri is number one. Number two is sugosu. We already know this kanji as sugu, to pass by or to go over. Sugiru is another pronunciation for this kanji. But this means to pass time, to overdo it on something, alcohol being one of these things, or to take care of. Sugosu, to pass the time. Sugosu. Sugosu, to pass the time. Sugosu, to pass the time. Sugosu. Sugosu. Number three is a new kanji, hashira or chu, with on the left side a tree and the master on the right side. So the master tree is a pillar, post, or cylinder. Think of the master tree in a building, like the main pillar of somewhere. Hashira or chu is a pillar with the master tree. Hashira or chu. Hashira or chu. Hashira or chu. Hashira or chu. Hashira. Hashira or chu. Hashira. Hashira or chu is a pillar, post, or cylinder. Number four is daku. Dakko. So you know what I'm saying? Dakko is a hug or carrying in one's arms with our kanji for to hug or to have crossed arms carrying something. Dakko is to hug or carry in one's arms. Dakko. Dakko, to hug or carry in one's arms. Dakko. Hug or carry in one's arms. Number five is zokin, or a miscellaneous cloth. A zokin is a dust cloth or a house cloth. You know, it's used for everything, which is why it's miscellaneous in this case. Zokin is a miscellaneous cloth or a house cloth. Zokin. Zokin is a miscellaneous cloth or a house cloth. Zokin. Zokin, a miscellaneous cloth or a house cloth. Zokin desu. Number six is ikari, anger, rage, fury, wrath, or indignation, with our kanji for to anger. Ikari, anger, rage, fury, or wrath. The noun for anger. Ikari. Ikari is anger, rage, fury. Ikari. Anger, rage, or fury. kari. Number 7 is sentaku mono. Sentaku, we've already learned, is to do laundry, sentaku suru, and mono on the right side is just indicating that this is a noun. The laundry or the washing is sentaku mono. Sentaku, laundry, and mono for things. Sentaku mono is the laundry or the washing. Sentaku mono. Sentaku mono is laundry or the washing. Sentaku mono is the laundry or the washing. Number 8 is nokeru. No is our kanji for kind of retreat, removal of something, or exclusion of something. So nokeru is our verb for putting something out of the way, removing, or excluding. Nokeru. Put out of the way, remove, or exclude. Nokeru. Nokeru. Put out of the way, remove, or exclude. Okay. Okay, to put out of the way, remove, or exclude. Number 9 is easy. It's just kind of for kichin. Ki besides chi. A kitchen is a kitchen. Kitchen is the kitchen. Kitchen. Number 10 is kansou. This is dryness, aridity, or desiccation, an adjective. It's really a noun. But a kansou ki, which we've already learned, is a drying machine. So kansou is itself the dryness. With dry on the left side and desiccation in the middle. Kansou ki. Kansou is dryness or aridity. Kansou. Kansou is dryness or aridity. Kansou, dryness or aridity. Kansou, dryness or aridity. Kansou, dryness and air. Number 11 is enso, with our new kanji for the day, soul or kanaderu, to play music, speak to a ruler, or to complete. Radicals in this kanji are large, kind of in the background there, with 1, 2 in front of it, and underneath that is an arrow. I think I'm gonna remember this as like kind of looking like a guitar. Like this is a big hole down here, and this is kind of the neck of the guitar, kind of widening out into the body. Kanaderu or soul. It's play music, speak to a ruler, or complete. Kanaderu. 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 Hokani. Soul. Kanaderu or soul is to play music, speak to a ruler, or complete. Kanaderu. Kanaderu. Enso no so. A music performance is this is a performance here on the left. A performance of musical play is a musical performance. So, enso no so. is to play music, or play what looks like a guitar with an arrowhead or a pick. Enso is to play music. Enso is a musical performance, and soul is just to play music. Enso. Enso is a musical performance. And finally, number 12 is peko peko. Onaka ga peko peko. Peko peko means very hungry or starving. You've probably heard this in anime before. The Holy Lord Phoenix, you got that right, sir. This stuff sucks. It's this stuff is hard. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just always gonna be hard. Peko peko is very hungry or starving. Peko peko. Peko peko. Alright, that's it for our words for today. Let's go back to the top, make sure we've got them memorized, at least for right now. We'll go back and review these again. How long have I been studying? I've been studying for probably, I'd say 4 years seriously, 8 kind of on and off. I took Japanese in college, and then, I took about 5 years off, and now this is kind of my first year back at it. So yeah, that's, I'd say about 4 years probably, seriously studying it. Let's see if we can memorize these. Our first word for the day. Sokuri. Sokuri. So all together is sokuri. Just like. To pass time or to overdo it on alcohol is sugosu. Pass the time is sugosu. Clap that bullet is why I don't really want to get into. Yeah, it's fair. The thing about Japanese at this point for me is, you're aiming for fluency, right? You're aiming to be able to read and speak whatever you want in a language. And when it comes to Japanese, I think it's kind of a forever project. I'll just be learning it kind of forever. Fluency is a goal, I guess, but it's hard to put a pin on that. Like, for me, if I pass the JLPT N1, the language proficiency test N1 level, I'll be very happy, and I'll have considered myself, as studied as I want to be. But it's kind of a forever hobby, man. How many hours a day a week? I try and do 2 hours a day, every day of the week, though it usually turns out more like 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. So, usually I take 2 or 3 days off during the week. So I guess 8 to 10 hours a week on average. The day counter in my profile, this is day 233. This is since I started December 10th or 12th last year. This is my 233rd day studying. So since I've gotten back into it, it's been about 2,300 hours. Something like that. So, a while. We've been studying a while. But we're almost there. We've only got about 3,000 more vocabulary words to go through, at least on the app I use, before we're through at least all the test vocabulary words. I'm getting some inspiration to that. Yeah, man. The biggest thing about kanji is, try and think of a way to remember it that's like kind of indicating, something where you can look at the picture, think of like the story in your head, and then remember what it is. So for this one, sugosu, I remember like this radical here is the motion radical, right? And this kind of square-like looking things means, I forget the exact meaning, but to me it looks like kind of buildings in the background. So I think to myself, motion going past buildings in the background, you're passing time or you're passing something. since that kanji means to do too much of or to pass. So, yeah, it's all about coming up with little pictures in your mind, at first at least, and trying to do that. And obviously, over time, you'll review them and just memorize them, which is nice, but you have to have some kind of system for doing so. Mine just happens to be writing it down. I find that repetitive writing down of the words helps. But yeah, you can come up with your own system. I write them down. You do you. Be sure to check out my Google Drive. I have my lists from every day if you want to check those out. And my YouTube has like every day that I've studied if you want to go back and start at the beginning. But I digress. Oh, geez, how writing helped you out too? How long have you been studying, man? What's the dealio? What's we at? Let's see. So, Sokuri Sugosu pillar poster cylinder was Zacho or Hashira. Oh, okay. So you've studied hiragana and katakana, and I'm guessing, yeah, you've got the basic Japanese like anime words down, like, and maybe some basic introductions, this kind of stuff. Gotcha. Just about to get into kanji. It's intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. It's intimidating. There's a lot to learn. But the trick is you gotta do it every day, and it does get easier, right? Just like that BoJack Horseman line. It's true though. It's very true. You don't have to put in 2 hours a day. On days when I'm not feeling up to it, like I just I do 5 minutes worth of note cards, and I call it like, all right, that was good. I was feeling tired today. I was feeling frustrated. Like the trick is to not burn out, right? You want to do it every day and not burn out. So I try and do every day, but if I don't feel it every day, then I don't do it. Because the key is to do it every day at least a little bit, not to do it every day, insistently. If you're not having fun with it, you're not going to be able to keep it up. So yeah, you got to give yourself breaks. Try and do it every day. My issue is I do burn out. Yeah, that's it's the problem, right? Like you forget it when you're studying kanji like this. It's hard to remember. Like I really like Japanese, and I like the language, and I like all the media that I love. Like I like anime. I like Japanese music, Japanese art. I love there was a reason you got into this, and it's just with the amount of studying required, it's hard to remember that stuff. So on those days when you're feeling burnt out, feeling like you don't want to study, literally don't. Just like do a few note cards, maybe if you feel like it, but get back to what made you happy better. Watch something that you're interested in Japanese. Listen to music in Japanese if that's what you like. Just it's doing something that you legitimately enjoy in the language instead of studying it. Yeah, that's my advice. Katsumoto, what was his name? Katsumoto has a very good program about this, about just that issue. Katsumoto. Japan every day, I think is what it is. Yeah. All Japanese all the time. Check out this blog. This is a great blog for just keeping up the motivation. He'll email you every day and just say like, hey man, pop on some anime or something if you feel like it. Just don't quit. So that website has been a great help for me for not quitting. Let's keep going here. Pillar post was a hashira with the tree of the master. To hug or carry in one's arm is dako. And wrapping up dako. A dust cloth or a house cloth is what was it? Zolkeen, right? Zol for anonymous and keen for a cloth. Zolkeen, I think. Is that right? Zolkeen? Right, Zolkeen is a dust cloth or house cloth. Anger, rage, fury, wrath, or indignation is ikari, with our kanji for anger. It is ironically a woman, furthermore, and the heart. Don't ask me why. Next is laundry or washing, which is sentaku mono. Sen for washing. Taku, drying slash normalcy. And the mono for a thing, sentaku mono, is the laundry things. Put something out of the way to remove or to exclude is nokeru. Our kanji that's also used in intai or retirement to exclude or leave out. Tomorrow most of my day is free, so I'm going to get back into it tomorrow. It's been like 2 weeks since I last studied. Okay. Well, hey, man, the point is to keep going, right? Like, 2 weeks is a little long, I think, to be away from it. But, hey, you know what? If that's what you needed to just take a break from it, and, you know, if studying was bumming you out to the point that, you know, you couldn't look at it at all for 2 weeks, that's great. You got back into it. That's the point. You got to keep going. You get points for keeping going. The only time you'll lose is when you quit, right? So you got this, man. Glad to see you getting back into it. Yeah. Go, dude. You just gotta keep going. This guy's got it. No keru to put something out of the way to remove exclude. Next. Right, the kitchen is just kitchen. Dryness, aridity, or desiccation was our dry. Kan and soul. On the right side, chotomate. Console with fire. And some blocks. Console is dryness or aridity. A musical performance is an enzo or a performance in of music with our funny looking guitar and an arrowhead underneath it. Enzo. And hungry, starving, and fawning is peko peko. Peko peko. Peko peko. And that will do it for our study session today. Be sure to head over to Google Drive if you need the lists, or the YouTube if you want to watch some previous lessons. I try to think of a picture for everyone, though some of them just honestly do have to be rote memorization. Yeah. Well, good luck, Holy Phoenix. Glad to see you getting back into it, man. You gotta push it real good. And if you need help, motivation, feel free to hit me up. Give me a whisper, man. I'm happy to be here and, you know, tell you maybe what can get you through some burnout if you feel it. What's your favorite anime? I gotta ask. 好きなアニメは何ですか? お好みのアニメは何でしょうかな? Maybe you headed out to go study. That's what I like to see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Especially you, Lord Phoenix. One Punch, Overlord, probably. I watched so much, but I forgot most of them. Yeah, absolutely. One Punch Man and Overlord, you nailed my taste exactly. One Punch Man is probably my favorite one these days, because it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I love. And Overlord was very good too, though I think if there's a season 2, I definitely need to watch that. Mob, what is it? Mob Psycho 100? Psycho Mob 100? That's another good one, if you haven't seen those. Anyway, man, thank you for watching, Lord Phoenix. I appreciate coming in, hanging out with me. Good luck in your kanji studies. Again, if you need help, I've got, all those lists on the Google Drive. All the pain waiting for season 4. Yes, sir. Just gotta wait for those goddamn seasons. It takes so long for them to make it. Alright, thanks for watching. And again, get out there and study. どうもありがとうございました。じゃあ、また明日ね。